everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition. Righty-ho, so, bit of a catastrophe yesterday, hence why you didn't get an upload of this yesterday. I was recording the session, or so I thought. I played for about an hour and 15 minutes. It was a long session, making our way through this Red Wizard Enclave. I ended the recording of the commentary, and as I was about to end the recording of the video, I thought, my recording symbol isn't on. Forgot to start the recording of the at the start of the session, so I only had the commentary. I debated whether to give you the audio book version again, like a couple of sessions ago, but I decided against it this time because there was a lot of conversation with the characters that you couldn't hear. So I instead have decided I wasn't going to replay the section because we had two real tense, real close fights that I didn't wish to replay again. So I decided that I'll give you a run through and a talk through of what happened during the session, which will be a lot easier for me to do. So as we left off in the last session that you saw, we were here having just slain all the merchants here in the first room of the Enclave. Now Godan got the wrong end of the stick. He thought they were saying to him, when they said you wouldn't make it out of here alive, that they were going to not let him pass. They were going to stand in his way to Lana, who's in charge of this little guild here in Athkatla. So he did his shopping, and then he's put an axe between their eyeballs, as he does when he doesn't tend to get his own way. But what they actually said, as was pointed out to him by the more level-headed Jaheira, was that they said they wouldn't stand in his way. If they want to go and confront Lanath, they wouldn't make it out of here alive. AKA they were saying that they expected Lanath to kill us, but they weren't going to stop us from getting to Lanath. That's what they said. So technically speaking, they didn't have to die, but nonetheless they did anyway. Godan's sort of blustering forward ahead kind of attitude at all, no matter the cost, well, it cost them their lives.
What is my task? So
then we made it to here in this room.
Consider it done.
No sneaking, no messing around, we just charged on through, adrenaline still pumping from the fight down here, and there was a bar full of people. There was a bartender, there were several mercenaries, and there was a couple of red wizards down here. The leader of the pack thought we were recruits. So Neera was about to pipe up and blow the cover, Godan giving her a scathing look. He played along, claimed to be recruits to see Lanath. When asked why, we told them we were on official important business. And so she let us through. We spoke with the bartender, a couple of dragon's beers. We thought, hey, before we kill these guys, let's have a drink in their very own bar. Add insult to injury, rub salt in the wounds. And as we were sipping on dragon's beer, the head honcho said something to Godan that kind of rung in his ear, rung in his head, bounced around a bit, and then he had an idea. They were not happy with how the Red Wizards were treating them. They weren't getting paid. And so Godan decided to buy them a round of beers, to loosen their lips, to loosen their tongues. He bought them another round because the bartender said, hey, buy them a couple more rounds and they'll be flat on their backs. So we bought them 3 rounds, and that caused a bit of a stir because the leader of the pack decided, with a bit of Dutch courage, that she'd had enough of how the Red Wizards were treating her and her mercenary friends, and she yelled to her compadres, it's time to revolt. And revolt they did. They started to turn on the Red Wizards, and there was a big brawl, not only in here, but in here, which was the barracks, and also in here, which was the slave pens. It was a big free-for-all, so we decided that we would pull back into this room and let the fighting ensue, and we would pop our heads out when everything went quiet. Unfortunately for us, we didn't shut the door, and, you know, good old nosy Hexat decided to poke her head outside to see what was going on, and one of the red wizards turned and saw her and fired a lightning bolt at her. That went through the door, bounced around, and killed her and Neera. Rather unfortunately. Thankfully, Viconia had raised dead, so she raised Neera, and after spending a little time recuperating in Dragomir's respite, she exited her coffin back to full health, and we were back up to a full party once again. Eventually, the fighting died down, the mercenaries won, the red wizards were dead. So we went on a big looting spree. We walked into the slave pens, where we saw a big minotaur, and after a bit of bargaining and bartering, we freed him, with the promise that he would help us. He then proceeded to take the rest of the slaves and run outside. We thought, never to be seen again. Rather annoying, but hey-ho, we took the chance to free him.
Yes.
We then made our way here to the back rooms. Loads of individual compartments. We made our way here to the back rooms where Lana and 2 guards were waiting. We had a conversation. She was talking about experimenting on the wild mages and the fact that if we try to take her down, the higher power will, the head of the whole Red Wizards will come crashing down upon us. Godan taking that with a pinch of salt and basically telling her to draw steel. And as we were about to lock horns, in came the Minotaur with several Armenian guards, much to our surprise. And they launched a full-scale assault on Lana and her lackeys, because out of the doors came guards and other red wizards, a big melee which we were part of. And ultimately, with the help of the guards and the Minotaur, we quickly overpowered the people here. Lana shadow-doored and was gone. Minotaur talked to us. We thanked him for his help. He said, "Go on and take care of the last wizard, Laneth." Where had she gone? She'd gone into her little laboratory here. So forth we went, and at this point we'd expended all of our summons, all of our decent spells. We were quite battered from the first fight here and the fights down here when we got hit with the lightning bolts. And Laneth, 2 red wizards and 2 more guards were here, with one of Neera's wild mage friends captured here. So we decided to play it cheesy. We withdrew back. We shut the door. We prepared by converting Neera into a mustard jelly, immune to all magical attacks. She slithered in jelly form, first of all initially drawing out the guards who came to chase her out. We took the guards down with ease. We took her back in, and then we shut the door. She was being constantly attacked by Laneth and the 2 red wizards who were wasting spells trying to kill her, and they couldn't because she was immune to their magical attacks. They were launching spell after spell, magic missile, flame arrow, confusion, other such things, all of which didn't even touch her. When they'd expended most of their spells and their protections had died away, we opened the door, charged in, and slew them with ease.
What is my task? Yes.
And then came the big looting spree. Loot here, bodies strewn all over. We were looting, rooting and tooting till we could no longer carry anything else. And part of that loot was some quest stuff. So we first of all found a letter in one of her, Laneth's, I'm assuming, drawers, which was from Ortharch Vikros, the chief of the Order of the 8 Staves. She's not happy with how things are going. I'll leave you to read that in your own time. But basically, she said that she was coming to Athkatla. She wasn't impressed with the fact that Lana seems to be losing several of the wild mages he captures, and that she's bringing a lovely red velvety bag, specially made for her head, should she continue to disappoint her. The second was a very startling piece of parchment, a contract. Goodman Hayes. Remember Goodman Hayes? Remember Godan saying that he thought there was something suspicious about Goodman Hayes, and he felt that he was an inside man working with the Red Wizards because of what he said and did, and how the Red Wizards appeared at the inn in the Bridge District? This confirms Godan's suspicions. He was working with them. He gave up the Wild Mage Camp's location. It's his fault that things have gone south. He signed it with Lanath and Gul Dukim, the merchant we killed in the last session. And finally we have Lanath's journal that went through a few odds and ends, something about cheese and other such nonsense. But the important thing in this was the order that we should release the subjects. Release them in the wrong order, things could go wrong. So we took that information into here, which was the cell area. There were several wild mages in here, some of Neera's friends, colleagues. We rescued them in the right order, and they went back to the wild mage camp. Remember the guy that asked us to go and help his cats? Godan still has the cat food. Because we didn't rescue the cats, he couldn't go on without them, and he killed himself, rather unfortunately. Feel bad? Not really. So there we go. That's what happened in the last session. It took me about an hour and 15 minutes to get through all of that, mainly because of the fact that it was the fights that took ages. The mercenaries taking care of the Red Wizard in here took a good 5.5 minutes or so for them to completely kill them. This fight here took about 10 minutes. This fight here about the same, and all the looting, the read. It was just it was a great session. It was a pity you missed it, to be fair. But anyway, so 12 minutes there or thereabouts to cover what happened in an hour and 15. So we then left this place. We rested in the Myth Rest upstairs, and now we are ready. Not quite fully healed, you'll notice, but we are now ready to head back to Neera's Wild Mage camp to check in to see what's going down. Oh yeah. And we picked up an absolute plethora of healing potions. An absolute
What is my task?
plethora.
Done.
Right, so before we leave the city...
Nature serves away. More.
On my honor, as you ask. Yes?
Just a little bit of healing for Corgan, and we shall proceed onwards now. So what we're going to do in today's session is see how far we get, but the plan is to head to the hidden refuge initially. Once we've done and dusted there, we're then going to hopefully check back with the Deanese hold, Godan's keep, of course, and see what's going down there. Can we collect our weekly taxes? And then we're going to return back to Athkatla, because now that we've sorted Neera's problems out, it's now bloody Hexat's turn to get on our back.
My task. Consider it
Her employer is getting impatient, so we're going to have to go forth and gather that item that he wants. Okay.
on my honor.
So, hidden refuge. Ah, and we're not ambushed for a change.
Yes,
Nice to know.
it shall be.
It's all over then.
Okay, so here's to Lana.
For now, anyway.
Tell us what happened.
Okay, Godan interjecting here. We have indeed killed the leader of the Order in Athkatla, but the Order is not yet done with. But at least it should buy them some time.
You have done us all a great service. You are a hero.
Yes, Godan knows this, of course. Hero of Baldur's Gate, hero of Trade Meet, and now hero of a wild mage camp in the middle of nowhere. The accolades just keep on growing.
It's true. I don't know what we would have done without you.
Sorry if I seemed different before. I was just so angry. I think Godan liked that, that anger. He liked to see that side of Neera. Not the side where she kept butting in and trying to blow their cover in the Enclave, but, that fire. He liked it.
You bought us time, but the Order is not destroyed. They may even make a special point of hunting us now.
From now on, there can be no place we call home for long.
Right. And it's probably best we go our separate ways. Those of us who can, anyway.
No more herding wild mages. So much for my brilliant plan. I guess that means I'm coming with you, Godan. Oh, does it now? Well, what if I don't want you along? I am joking,
Great. I have something for you. It's not much, but you might appreciate it.
Okay, so she's handing Godan apparently a mechanical bird. What is this? He says in shock. A mechanical bird? This claptrap pile of brass? No, we wouldn't dare be so rude. But yeah, what is it? A bit taken aback. And where she had it stashed all this time?
A mechanical bird, obviously.
I could see it's a mechanical bird. What does it do?
It's not the most useful gift. It sings, sometimes.
Sings?
If you can call it singing.
Sing?
Noctur helped me make it, so there may be some wild magic in there somewhere. Who knows how it works?
Who knows how it works? But it's a gift. Think of it as gratitude with tiny brass wings. Oh, well, yeah, it'll be very good. Thank you. Just like I've always wanted. Godan rubbing his ring of human influence to try and feign, gratitude with this poxy gift, as he thinks it is. Oh, yes, it's great. I've always wanted a mechanical bird, he says, rubbing his ring ever harder.
You're welcome.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you once again for all you've done. I've found some treasure you'll be pleased with, I think.
Treasure?
I just need to go fetch it.
Now Lana knows how to reward somebody. We'll wait patiently. Ooh, 10,000 experience points. And I think we're done. So Neera's hidden refuge finished. They apparently have much to celebrate. Let's go have a look inside.
My task, consider it done.
See who survived.
On my honor.
So first of all, we'll speak with Talana. There's hope that she's got that reward she was talking about, that treasure.
I will do my
Thank
best.
you once again. I have something for you. Hayes had it specially made when we had money, right after he discovered his power. It cost him quite a bit. Now that I will never see Hayes again, I give it to you.
Yes, well, thank you. I'm sure Neera will make good use of it.
I am glad.
And obviously, I forgot to tell you, Hayes, yes, we found out that Hayes was the traitor from the contract. We also found out where Hayes is from one of the prisoners. He told us that he was heading to trade meet. So after we're done here, just a little journey to trade meet for us. Didn't think we'd be seeing the town so soon after our escapades there. But hey-ho, we've got business to attend to. Asking her if she's all right.
Mostly, I feel guilty. I was closest to him. I should have known what he was becoming, what he had already become.
It is painful to think about. I can't even be angry. I'm so shocked. The anger will soon come, I suspect. Yes, yes. Well, yes, it is beyond forgiveness, but I'm sure you'll pull through.
Thank you for asking. I need to think on this. Farewell.
If I were her, I'd hunt him down. Not that I'd say that to her face.
Well, fear not, Neera. We shall hunt him down ourselves. He may have some more magical garments for a start, and hey, Neera wants a little bit of closure, I'm sure. You surprise me, wild mage. We so seldom agree. I too would have sought revenge the moment I learned of his betrayal.
Note to self, the Konya agrees with me. I'm probably wrong about something.
No, you're not wrong, neither of you. We leave soon. So what have we got? We've got a mechanical bird and a mage robe. Right, there's 2 robes for her, which we are going to now identify. One there, and Corgan's got the other. This looks like a Cloak of Protection, so we'll get that identified as well, with his little spectacles. So, Cloak of Protection +1, somebody can use that. Jaheira, apparently. So she's now -5 armor class, as is Corgan. Godan -6. And then 2 mage robes. So mage robe number 1 of Invocation. So it offers resistances against the elements. And this one, Robe of Goodman Haze. Permanent Chaos Shield on the wearer. A -1 penalty though to armor class. That negates the need for us to memorize and use Chaos Shield for better rolls for the Wild Mage. So this is really good. Until we get the not usable by anybody. She's neutral though, isn't she? She's neutral, yeah, she can use it. Look at that. Look at that. Permanent Chaos Shield, I like it. So, nice little green number. Right. Not bad at all. Permanent Chaos Shield, that's good. Robe of Invocation. So she's getting a little bit of a robe collection going on. So she's got Robe of Armor class versus Missile. That's just a bog standard. We can sell that one. But this one, with all the different resistances, that could be useful. So keeping that one. And Godan's little mechanical bird. Look at that. Made entirely of brass. Except for its eyes, which are tiny dark blue glass beads. It is small and seems fragile, but its delicate wings and beak, all of which open and close, prove quite resilient to jostling. It sings a tinny melody from time to time. Neera fabricated the bird with the help of Noctor the Fizzled, the wild mage artificer. There is surely some minor magic or cantrip at work in it. So he's got a nice little collection of gifts that Neera has given him. He's got the Tranian's Baylor Ale tankard, which is quite unique. He's kept this, and every time he has a dragon's beer at a local inn, he asks the bartender to pour it into this. He drinks all his dragon's beer from this. And now he has a mechanical bird. And he dare not throw it into his bag of holding, just in case Neera sees. Right.
Yes?
Let's see who survived.
Yes.
So we've got King Graham. He was the one that was in the main chamber when we first arrived. He's the one that likes to talk of castles and fairy tales.
A tinny fanfare for you all. We are most pleased with your efforts.
Yes, well, Godan pressing his luck here. What token of gratitude wouldn't go amiss?
Perhaps. Yes, you will do. We are old. Our son, daughter, and wife are missing.
We would name you heir that our kingdom continues after our time has come. Well, Godad's certainly not going to play along. Yeah, well, I suppose that'll have to do. What kingdom he is heir to, who knows? But hey, we'll add it to the list of titles that we already hold.
Then we name you our heir. Congratulations. Now, leave me. We are still king, and we have many kingly duties. Good day.
Dearie me.
Wow! You'll be a monarch someday. Don't let it go to your head. Especially the way it went to Graham's.
Don't mock me, Neera, please.
What is my task?
And
Very well.
this guy was looking for a... Wasn't he looking for a cow?
Hey, man.
Surfer
I
dude.
just wanted to say I'm so glad to be back here. I'm free as a bird now, thanks to you.
Yes, well, good. Yes, you're welcome.
You got it, man. This stone is gonna roll with Lana for a bit till we find someplace good. Then I'll settle down and get mossy. But that's a long ways away. Till then, I'm gonna mix my brews, enjoy life, and do what I can for Lana. And hey, now that Hayes is out of the picture...
God, he doesn't mess around, does he? Quick worker. Well, good luck.
Stranger things have happened, that's all I'm saying. Stranger things have happened.
Indeed. Somehow I think he's barking up the wrong tree. Noctor the Fizzled.
You have returned! You have returned! I wish you all the best. May the gods watch over you in your travels. The good gods, anyway.
Yes, and we don't mind this guy. He's a bit more sane than the rest of them, asking him what he plans to do next.
I'll work with Lana to determine where we ought to go next. We have enough money to establish ourselves somewhere new, and if we all work together, I'm sure we'll manage.
Yes, well, perhaps you may. Goodbye. And finally, the wild mage. But look, did she have children around her last time?
Hello there.
Thank you. Indeed. All right.
On my honor, yes?
So our job is not
Done.
yet completely done. We have one last loose end to tie up. And tie it up we shall. Very tightly. To trade meat.
As you ask. What is my task?
Another 24 hours has now passed.
It shall be.
My mind's even foggier than usual. Can we stop?
Yes, we can.
How long do you intend to crack your whip on my back?
Not much longer, trust me. Don't think we're going to be massively welcome here, even though we are still the hero of the town. I mean, the fact that we have killed off two of the oldest families of this place will leave a bitter taste, I'm sure, in many people's mouths. Unless, of course, they didn't like the two local families. Maybe the local populace are glad to be rid of them.
On my honor. Consider it done.
Ah, and look who's here, stood in the bar, like butter wouldn't melt.
Yes?
Well, butter will be melting, certainly, very shortly.
What is my task? On my honor. Consider it done.
Tapping him on the shoulder.
So, you found me. Well, I don't care. I don't care at all. No, not at all.
And we haven't come here to converse with this man, the despicable man that he is. Godan glances across to Neera and she gives a subtle nod. To hell with you!
No, I won't let you kill me. I'm gonna live, damn it. even if it means I live for naught.
Once again, Godan causing a scene in trade meet. Right.
Ready for anything.
Okay, breach.
Yes?
Godan attacking. Attacking.
Yes, Abin?
Attacking.
I await your need.
Attacking.
Be quick with it.
Attacking.
Here!
A solid hit.
Okay. And it looks like it was Corgan that got the final blow that time. Up he goes into 1,000 chunks. Good riddance.
I will do my best.
Blooded tunic of haze.
On my honor.
Alright, where's the barkeep gone? Oh, he's there.
Yes.
Barkeep, nothing to be alarmed about.
Yes?
Give me a cool drink and a bed, and I'll be out of your hair before you know it. But not before we quickly change our spells, because we don't need... We've got Spook now. So I'm going to keep one instance of Spook. See how it works. We kind of doctored this a little bit for the wizards, so we're going to just make it a bit more generic now. We don't need Chaos Shield anymore though, so we can get rid of that and go with invisibility. So just a bit of a mixture there. Blur, invisibility, glitter dust, melfs, web, mirror image. That seems about right. 2 magic meteors, a skull trap, a haste. We now have remove magic, which is better than dispel magic. So magic meteors is so good. I want 2 of them. Flame arrow. Hey, I mean, skull trap we're not using quite so often, but it's a very good spell if we can get it off. I think we'll wait till we get another level 3 slot, and we will put remove magic on there. Here we are happy with this. We'll get rid of polymorph self now. That was just for the purposes of dealing with the mages, and instead we'll go with a wizard's eye. At level 5, I think this is pretty... We've got 2 instances of breach again to deal with the mages, so we're going to go with a cloud. We've got a cloud kill, got a lower resistance. I think we may stick with 2 breaches. Nothing else here sort of floats on the boat. Domination's alright, but it does have a spell, but it can work on any creature. And with greater Malazan could be decent. Let's give it a try. And we still don't have level 6 spells with her. Okay, so let's just quickly double check these spells here. Chant, that's fine. That's fine. I think these are all pretty much fine. We've got magic resistance there to deal with the mages. Don't need that now, so instead we'll go with True Seeing. One of them, and the other one we'll go with Chaotic Commands. She's got a level 6. That's fine. 2 instances of Cure Serious Wound. Just in case. We've got the Staff of Healing, so we're not too fussed about mass heal at the minute. Defensive Harmony. She's got that already. There's nothing. Go with a couple of heals. Right, what else we got? And 2 of them probably too many, so we'll put on something else instead. Rigid Thinking, Strength of 1. Do we have any strength spells? Try a strength spell. Those insects are very useful though. Right, I think that's it. Right, good stuff. What level's Mordekainen's sword? I can't wait to summon that. Oh, it's level 7. Miles away from it, man. Miles away. Never mind.
What is my task?
Yes.
Right, let's expend our healing.
Ustanza Dost. I am ready. It is about time.
Okay.
My honor. Very well.
Never had rats. No sorry.
Yes?
And onwards we go.
Done.
Because we're not done yet. We've got a couple of items to identify. And we've got this. Bloodied Tunic of Haze. Lana may appreciate knowing what happened to her husband. Right, so we have to go back and
What is my task? As you ask.
hand this into Lana.
On my honor.
Let her know that we've
It shall be.
done the deed. Whether she wanted us to do it or not is beyond our caring. He needed to suffer for his treachery.
Consider it done.
Been on the road for 31 days.
Yes? I
It is
await
good
your
to see
word.
you again.
So Godan handing her the tunic.
What? What is this? This tunic belonged to Hayes. Did you kill him?
Yes, it did, and it was the only thing that needed to be done.
Perhaps you are right.
Yes, of course. We are always right.
I know he deserved death. I do. But still, I did not wish him to have it. I know you thought telling me was best, but I would rather not have known. Please leave me. And no, I do not want that bloody rag. Keep it, toss it to the ground, do whatever you like with it. I will not touch it.
Oh dear. This is not what we were hoping for. Toss it to the ground indeed. We don't want it.
What is my task? It shall be.
Goodbye then. It's the gratitude we get. Don't know what we expected when we announced we've just killed the man, but hey ho. Thought to give her closure. Go down being far too soft. This is all Neera's doing. Right, now that we've done Neera's bits and bats, we can get back to our old ways, which is fleecing mares out their last coin, killing people that we don't like, slaying dogs to put in stew, that kind of stuff. Goodness me, if people get wind of this new Godan, they're going to take him for a ride.
Consider it done. On my honor, I will do my best.
So it's time to rest and recuperate in his keep now. See if he's got that 500 gold waiting. The old weekly taxes. And if there are any petitioners waiting for audience. They will rest. And then in the next session, set out back to Afkatla.
Yes.
Ah, very good. Everyone in good health?
Yes, very well.
Greetings, Your Grace.
There is a matter that Captain Cernick wishes to take up with you, which is of a delicate nature. Do you wish to see him? Ah, bring him in, bring him in. Yes, yes. As you say, my lord, I will send for him immediately.
trust you have no hostile intentions.
Greetings, my lord. I am not sure if you have been aware, but we have been experiencing a number of thefts in the keep over the past couple of weeks. Thefts? In my keep? Well, we can't have that happening. Small things, a goblet, some silverware, a few coins from the servants' quarters. All of these things have value, although none of them were major thefts. Still, I investigated. Last in here is one of the new guards. I caught him red-handed attempting to take a necklace that belonged to the late Lady Darnese. Lastin has confessed his crime. I am unsure how to punish him, my lord, so I have brought this before you. Theft, you say? Theft? Well, I certainly don't appreciate people stealing from within my keep. Take a hand. We can't take a hand, unfortunately. Yes. Well, we might as well listen to his side of the story first and do things properly. Listen to his snivelling. Listen to his cock and bull story. Bring him here. Let me cast my eyes upon this man. Oh, he's here. Me, my lord? I'm sorry, my lord. I never meant for this to... If you have any sort of excuse for your actions, Lastin, I suggest you say it quickly before the lord loses patience. Well, I never intended to steal from you, my lord, but my wife, she's come down awfully sick. I've had healers and priests come to see her, but they say a simple spell won't do. Special medicines are needed, expensive ones. I could never afford such an expense, but I can't just watch my wife die. I'm so sorry, my lord. I just thought a few things won't be missed. Small things. Maybe I would be able to sell them and save up enough to... Ah, dear. How much are these? We're not paying for medicines. Just this cock and bull story. It's a very bad crime, theft. You know, we're not going to leave it unpunished. Not quite enough for execution. Not quite enough, but enough to see you expelled from the guard. Take this man away, and if you ever put foot in my lands again, I'll have you killed. As you wish, my lord. He shall be removed from the ranks of the keep's guard immediately. You heard, Captain? I did. I do not like that he goes without punishment, but if Lord Godan has decided to be merciful, I am stripping him of his job title. If I could have taken a hand, I would have done. Execution seems a little bit harsh, even for me. I'm having a good day today. See, I told you it's going soft, didn't I? I thank you, my lord. I truly expected to... Enough! Follow me, Lastin. We shall go to the barracks and collect your personals, and then I shall have the guard escort you from the keep. Right. Anything else?
Greetings, Your Grace.
Okay. Nothing for the moment. So his taxes are in the usual spot in the library.
On my honor. Than usual.
People are complaining of tiredness, so we'll end the session here. We shall rest up.
How long do you intend to crack your whip on my back?
People are about to start getting a little bit chatty now. So yes, we're going to rest up in the keep. We're going to collect our taxes. We're going to wave goodbye to the chappie there as he ambles down the road. And in the next session, we will head back to Athkatla, to the graveyard district, to see if we can help Hexat out. Because we need to do something for her. Let's remind ourselves. Yeah. Tomb walk between houses of the dead using Dragomir's cask. We have to travel to the crypts of Durkon in Shulung and look for the claw of the black leopard. Tombs usually mean treasures. So it's a win-win, right? And we need some more treasures. We've increased our coffers from 2,000 to 16,000, but we're still a little bit short of the 25 to 30 that we would like to have in our coin purse. A nice comfortable buffer. So yeah, let's loot and plunder some tombs next time. Until then, see you soon.